This episode is a Dear Diary, if you will, on what's been going on behind the scenes. I've been feeling very, very called to get quiet and go inward, and I share with you what's been transpiring, how I've been working with myself, and I also talk about something that has manifested in my life, even amongst all of this kind of challenging couple of weeks. Listen up, I think you're going to want to hear this.
Hi friends, it's Heidi Stevens here. Welcome to Drop Into the Vortex, my newly rebranded podcast where we are going to be going deep into conversations around upleveling your frequency, reaching your next level, feeling alive in your day-to-day while you manifest that life that you know is possible. I believe that we are all spiritual beings having a human experience here. And if you are wanting to raise your consciousness, if you are wanting to feel more freedom and joy and aliveness in your human experience, then you've come to the right place. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I share firsthand my inner workings of how I'm making all of this happen in my life and how you can use tangible tips and tricks to use it in yours too. Can't wait to dive deep with you. Let's go.
Hi, loves. So I am going to use this episode as just a little bit of a Dear Diary, if you will. I want to connect with you and share with you what's been going on behind the scenes. And it has felt like it has been, it feels like I'm coming out of a just really challenging couple of weeks. And I'm still in it to a degree. I'm having some physical manifestations of the stress and the overwhelm that I've experienced. I actually have a headache while I'm recording this. I've been having quite a few headaches, and they've actually dissipated. It was gone this morning, and I've been doing some things, and but it is back right now. So I'm going to keep this pretty short and sweet. And it's important for me to always share with you guys. You know that the high vibration is there. And I actually feel super, super, super connected to source while going through this. I also am just not feeling physically well enough to be super out there and like super visible and, be doing a lot of social media or a lot of recording content. And that's hard for me because that's my work and that's what I love. And it's almost also like my comfort zone, like I'm actually really comfortable being out in the world and being really, really, really quiet and inward and not sharing all the things makes me feel like I'm not being productive or I'm not getting enough done or, oh my gosh, is my following going to is my following going to leave me or think that I'm not, there's just the stories. So I have there's like quote unquote reasons why I know that I'm kind of going through this, but they don't really matter. Because you kind of look at, it's just where I need to be right now. And maybe if you're in a challenging season or, you feel like you're just going through some tough decisions, or feeling quite triggered, frequently, again, it doesn't really matter what the environment or the outer experience is. What matters is how you're relating to it and your own inward process. So I am seeing this as a really beautiful gift to, albeit challenging, albeit uncomfortable, albeit hard. I'm seeing this as a really, really beautiful gift to unlayer and to really, really, really surrender. So when you are dealing with a challenging situation or feeling triggered or feeling like you can't control said outcome, which we all know we really can't ever totally control something, but you're just like, oh my gosh, just feels so out of control right now. And I literally don't know the answer. I don't have the energy to even like deal with this. And that's how I felt, to be honest. It's like, I'm so exhausted. I'm so tired. that spirit just has me like, it's like I have nothing else to do other than just surrender, to just let go, 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 and just let spirit take the driver's seat. Just let spirit show me the way, because I don't know what the answer is. I don't know how to, some of the tools that I've been using in the past, they're not necessarily working. Some of them are working, some of them aren't working. So what I want to tell you guys is, when you are in a period, a season where you just feel like confused and kind of swimming in it and it feels a bit dark, that is not necessarily the time to be making decisions. So much of the time we're looking for clarity, and we want clarity and we want to know the next step. But when we're like in it, it's not the time. It's actually time to just pause and to hold and to just wait for spirit to show you in a, just wait. Feel the feelings, feel the grief, feel the frustration, feel the anger, feel the whatever it is that's coming up, um, so that you can then create space to gather your energy back and to let spirit start showing you the way. So that's one of the things that I've been doing, is just pausing, really letting myself, giving myself permission to get quieter, to not be posting a million things, to not be super, super active on social media, to really ask myself, like, what is my body, mind, emotions need right now? And just attend to that. So the irony in the midst of having really one of my very, I really think that I experienced kind of the first like panic attack I've ever experienced about 2 weeks ago. I then had another experience about a week ago where there was just such an overwhelming sense of just such an overwhelming emotion, and there's part of me that was trying to resist it, hold it back, that my body started shaking. My hands went numb. I started like feeling dizzy. One of them happened, the second one happened actually when I was in the car. Actually, both of them happened when I was in a car. The first time, Kenny was driving. We were on our way to a double date about 2 weeks ago. And I was just feeling like, oh my God, I can't get enough air. I can't let these emotions process. Like, we're about to walk into this dinner date. I'm like dressed up. I have makeup on. I can't do this. And then I could just feel the level of emotions coming through. And I'm like, I can't hold this back. Thank God. Thank God for my awareness, and my connection to self, to just go, who the fuck cares what these people are going to think about me? Like, I don't care if my eyes are red and puffy. Like, I have to just let this come through. So I did. And it felt so good. And Kenny was there and he was like, what do you need from me? And I'm like, I need you to turn the music off. I need you to roll the windows down. And I just need you to let me cry. And I need you to just let my body shake. And please don't get freaked out by it. And then the second time, I was driving and I pulled over and I just let myself emote and cry and feel and breathe. And I like Voxered a couple of my like closest girlfriends and I'm like, are you available? I'm feeling out of control. Like, I need support. And no one was able to get back to me right then, which is okay. And I ended up just driving straight to the beach and putting my feet in the sand and looking at the ocean and just going, God, just please help me right now. I know that there is nothing wrong here. I know that there is nothing I know that everything is going to be okay. I know that, you have my back. And I just kind of started talking to spirit and source and moving through that. And within 30, 45 minutes, one of my girlfriends called me. I was able just to share with her some of the reasons why things were going on, and like move on, like move on with the day. So what I'm doing right now is just focusing on the priorities of the day. And that's it. That's it. I'm giving myself permission to just do the bare minimum. And for me right now, the bare minimum includes getting a workout in. Actually just started working with a fitness coach. And my husband was like, Heidi, you have so much going on. You're dealing with all this stuff. Like, why on earth would you like put one more thing on your plate and like start working with a fitness coach right now? And I'm like, because my mental, physical, emotional health is actually the most important thing right now. And that is actually going to serve me. Yes, it's going to take more time in the day. Yes, I have to get my butt to the gym. Yes, I've got this like weightlifting program and this cardio program. And I'm working on my nutrition at a whole new level right now, but I can feel that it's actually supporting my system. Intuitively, I knew that this was going to support my system instead of feel like one more to do. So I have taken off the crazy laundry list of to-dos that I typically have on my calendar, just whatever. It's just like there's always a gazillion things to do, right? There's always a gazillion things to do. And I've just made a decision that I only have to do the ones that I have to do. I'm doing the bare minimum in my business. I am okay with that. I have an incredible team that's supporting me. I am going to sleep by like 10:30 every single night. I'm got my earplugs in, I've got my eye mask on, I've got my tea, I'm drinking next to no wine. I am just allowing spirit to show me the next steps. And you want to know the crazy thing, guys? I'm not going to say too much about this because more is going to be revealed in the next couple of weeks. But I think this house that I've been searching for, I think it just came in. Oh my gosh. In this like chaos and in the spiral of us moving to the vacation house and feeling just like, I cannot even believe we're going through this again. And in so many ways, it feels totally overwhelming and so like stressful and just whatever. Moving is a lot. And moving an entire storage unit into my garage and blah, blah, blah. The details don't even matter. But while I'm like focusing on all of this house, like in the area that we want to live and on 3 acres of a lot comes forward, and there is part of me that it's like I almost don't even like I do not have the energy to even resist it. Like the details of this house, which I'm just going to keep close to my chest for right now until I know for sure if we're going to buy it or not. We're currently in escrow on it. There are parts of me that are like, Heidi, you have actually officially lost your mind. Like you have lost your mind. And at the same time, I feel more in alignment than I ever have. It feels crystal clear. It feels so easy. It's like we've been struggling to find a house at a price point that's actually in alignment with us. And this is totally in the price point. I can see crystal clear, like what we would do to it to make it really our own, the flow of the house, the number of bedrooms of the house, what's on the property, like all of these details are like, it feels so good. And yet it's not exactly what I was thinking, of course. This or something better for the highest good of all concerned. So I'm going to talk more about this manifesting process, in the next upcoming weeks, but it's definitely not what I thought. And feels like it's just what spirit's delivering. And I'm like on my back, just going, okay. Like I'm just like resting. Like I'm not actually sitting around laying in my bed all day. Like I am, part of me just wants to do that. I don't really have the capacity to do that, right? Little kids, a business, like there's things that need to be done. Um, but man, my friends, it's been a wild ride. Man, it's been a wild ride. So yeah, whew. Taking one step at a time, listening to the nudges, following the breadcrumbs, just tuning in and saying, does this feel good? Um, my healer said something to me, which I think might be helpful to you guys as well. She said, Heidi, we're really, really, really being asked to just have radical flexibility right now. Like the world is nuts. It keeps getting crazier. We think we're like coming out of a pandemic and that like we're quote unquote getting back to normal. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I actually feel like it's like even crazier right now. Like, and it feels nutty. It feels so polarized. It feels so right or wrong. Like it just feels so intense. And there's part of me that just wants to like bow out. Like peace out. Like I am like and that actually isn't what's going to happen because I am meant to serve on a very deep in a very deep way, and I know why I've incarnated and I know why I'm here. And I'm definitely not here to save the world. I'm here to be part of the light that is transitioning right now. That is really emerging. And I know all of you listening feel that way as well. And so I will obviously continue showing up. And, I just want to, sometimes it's more difficult than others to show up. So, we can't really compartmentalize, like at least I can't. Some of you may be able to, or some of you may feel like you have to in your businesses, like compartmentalize your personal life and your professional life. Like I've never been good at that. That is just not who I am. So here is me in all of it. Not compartmentalizing and just telling you where I'm at, and that it has felt difficult and it has felt challenging, and it's also felt very fluid, and I have felt blessed, and I'm like, I seriously cannot believe I'm creating this world where we're going to have a ranch house and we're going to have a vacation beach house, and like all within 30 minutes of each other. And it's just crazy. Never what I thought, never what I pictured, and somehow coming together with some ease, quite a bit of ease. And then I feel myself wait in ways like wanting to make it harder, right? Like there's some level of resistance that's going on, which is why I have been like physically sick, which is why I've had these anxiety episodes. And so there's my work. There's my work. And it might just be happening. I actually had this intuitive thought several times that, Heidi, you're experiencing this so that you can now help other women, so that you so that you know the feeling that other women go through, right? Because like I don't consider myself someone that's dealt with a lot of anxiety. Like I'll have like shortness of breath. I'll have feelings of overwhelm. Um I'll have those moments, but I don't necessarily I don't like identify as like an overly anxious person. And I know so many people do. And I don't plan on staying here. or feeling like I need to repeat it to keep having it. But it has been a gift to go, oh, wow, my body actually feels completely out of control right now. And thank God for my tools. Thank God for my, really just for my tools to trust and to use my intuition to like kind of let this flow and to guide me and to let my really, really, really use my intuition. I think that's like the message here at the core, is to just use my intuition no matter what, whether that's going through a really heavy emotional moment or it's making a decision on if we're going to buy this house, or if it's getting clarity on what I'm going to say no to in my work, or yes to, for that matter. It's really a level of radical responsibility, and surrender and listening to your intuition. So you are able to manifest even when you are in a rough season, challenging season. Spirit always, always, always has your back. The universe is always working for you, and it's important that you know that and remember that always. I love you guys so much. Thank you for letting me just be real and raw. Please send me a little note on Instagram if you listen to this. It helps me continue to be bold and just share with you vulnerably and authentically like I'm doing here now. I hope you got something out of me sharing my personal experience, and I'll see you again next week.